Hello, my beautiful YouTube family. Welcome back to the E portion. No, welcome to the L portion of T.E.L.L. Joanne. The L portion of T.E.L.L. Joanne. L stands for learning. Guys, I know you guys are so used to me saying E portion. Clearly, I am used to me saying E portion also. But this is season 2, so we are officially kicking off the learning portion of T.E.L.L. Joanne. For those of you guys who wanted to know what T.E.L.L. Joanne stands for, it stands for therapy. T, E, entertainment, L, learning, L, laughing. T.E.L.L. Joanne. Guys, I am super excited. I know some of you guys like, Joanne, I didn't even know there was a season 1. Yes, you guys were enjoying the season 1 where we were focused mainly on the E portion for entertainment, and now we are going to do the L portion for learning. So within the L portion, I felt like this is the time for us, for me definitely, to learn a lot more, go deep dive into the entertainers that we have been listening to, right? I want to know the person behind the person. So we're going to be learning more, whether it's interviews or interviews from the person or from other people. We're going to be learning more about the interviews from musicians, actors, dancers, comedians, athletes. We're going to be learning more about some documentaries. We're going to be learning more about travel, so places that we may want to see. So we're going to be learning a little bit about that. We're going to learn more about history, finance, and housing. Guys, I actually have a couple of people lined up in each of these categories for them to come, and we can do a live E and Q, but this is down the line to see what we're doing. But right now, your girl is going deep dive to get to know the person behind their artistry. All right, so that is the L portion of T.E.L.L. Joanne. So, oh my God, I got a new cup. Yes. This is for the L portion. Okay. Like I said, every day at 8 p.m. will be the L portion, and then 2, 4, and 6 every day will be the E portion. It's going to continue every day, 2, 4, and 6, and then 8 o'clock will be the L learning portion of T.E.L.L. Joanne. So without much more talking is what I mean. If you are part of the family, you already know what we're about to do. But if you're new to the channel, this is when I say hello, welcome. Now, put me on pause to get yourself a beverage of choice. Hit that subscribe button so you can become part of the family. And on a count of 3, we're going to do a cheer. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Guys, I'm so excited. So, just for you guys to know, the next few videos, maybe the next few weeks, I will have the same intro, so you can skip it if you want. And then I'm going to start right into the L learning portion. And let's go right now. Okay, so this is first time reaction to Henry Rollins Ozzy Osbourne interview. So this is my first time ever hearing the name Henry Rollins and with Ozzy Osbourne. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the week of Ozzy Osbourne, and I am deep diving to know a little bit more. Here we go.
Here with me now is none other than the Prince of Darkness himself, Ozzy Osbourne. And while his celebrity status has transcended that of just music, to me, he'll always be the front man of one of the most important bands to ever take the stage, Black Sabbath. Ozzy, good to see you again, my friend.
Good to see you, man.
Right on.
I'm going to pause real quick because, like I said, I didn't say that before. If you guys been watching my week of Ozzy Osbourne, you guys know that I've known the name Ozzy Osbourne. I know him from from a reality television show, right? And I didn't know much about him, and I hadn't ever listened to his music until recently. So as I've been listening to his music, the titles of everything says Ozzy Osbourne, and I always talk about his band, how amazing his band is. So this is actually my very first time hearing the name of his band. I never heard their name before. So already with this interview, I've already learned. I'm going to learn a lot of new things, but I've already learned something that my question has been answered. So that is pretty cool. I'm sure you guys already wrote it in the comments, but I haven't gotten a chance to see it. So it's cool to hear that right now. All right, let's go.
The front man of one of the most important bands to ever take the stage, Black Sabbath. Ozzy,
How you
good to
doing,
see you
Henry?
again, my friend.
Good to see you, man.
Right on. Now, I remember some years ago, we were all sitting at the table, and Bill Ward, your very great drummer, was all glum, talking about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We'll never be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. No one likes Black Sabbath. I'm like, oh, come on, Bill, cheer up. He's like, no. And so now that you got recognized by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, does that make you feel any which way at all?
Well, we'd be on the list, but we'd never get in. And I got so pissed off for being, we've been nominated. And first time you get.
Okay, like I said, my first time hearing Ozzy, so I'm going to have to concentrate to understand what he's saying. Okay, I realize that. It's so funny because as Henry Rollins was talking, you saw Ozzy going serious like that, and then he's talking. Okay, guys, like I said, my very first time hearing him, so I'm gonna have to concentrate to get him. All right, let's go. Let me hear.
We'd be on the list, but we'd never get in. And I got so pissed off for being, we've been nominated. And first time you get all excited. Second time you go, I wonder if we get in. Third time you go, they ain't never gonna get us in. Fourth time I just went, fuck off. Don't even put us in the paper. But I since then I realised that it was unfair of me to not tell them to stick it up their ass, because it's not just me, it's three other guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was not the response he was expecting. Okay, Ozzy. Okay, tell him to stick it up there. Okay. All right, let's go. Let me find out. This is gonna be the L portion comedy laugh for T.E.L.L. Joanne. Let's go, Ozzy. Let's go.
Tell them to stick it up their ass, because it's not just me, it's three other guys.
Yeah, absolutely. After, like back in the day when Sabbath was, making, the early records, I'm sure you guys got some of the most incredible bad reviews known to man.
We never, ever got a good review.
Right.
And you know what? If we did, we didn't like it.
Interesting.
Because we were a people's band. We didn't.
Well, yeah.
We didn't think some executives should say we're.
Well, you got bad reviews, but every tour sold out, and because you're the people's band. I've known, been listening to you since I was like 13.
Sorry, guys. So the People's Band. Guys, like I said, I have just been introduced to Ozzy Osbourne. I'm going to have the videos at the end, and I may even have them linked into this video as it goes along. But hearing him, my mind was completely blown. I felt I cannot believe that I have not heard Ozzy before, knowing that I've known his name for a very, very long time. So the People's Band, for real, his music, man, his music. You guys already know, because you guys are already his fans. Okay, let's go. Okay, that's gonna be. I wouldn't say that's gonna be the last time I'm pause, but you already know me better.
Reviews, but every tour sold out, and because you're the people's band. I've known, been listening to you since I was like 13. I'm 45 now, so it's been a while.
Damn.
So I kind of know you. But when the Osbourne show hit, all of a sudden, middle American moms know you. You're like a family item. When everyone kind of knew of you before, but now it's this. It was quite a phenomenon. I mean, and how did your life change?
TV is a completely different animal to what I'm used to, rock and roll.
Yeah.
It was just like being fired up in the air by the biggest cannon in the world. Saying what you said about middle America recognising me. I was in Boston, and this woman, this very conservative woman, stops. She goes, because there's a lot of foul language on the show, so they think they've got to talk to me like fuck this and all that. So she goes, Ozzy fucking Osbourne. I go, yeah. She says, what are you doing in Boston? I go, a show. I'm thinking she's fucking mad, I go, I'm doing a show. And she goes, a show? What kind of a show? I'm thinking, is the fucking Twilight Zone or what? And she goes, oh, a rock and roll show. She goes, oh, you do that as well? And I go, what?
Yeah, see, that's the crossover. There's people who don't know about the music.
That's me. I'm that crazy, insane person that's like, what are you doing here? Didn't know that you were a musician. That's where you started. Just know you from the reality show, right? Ain't that something completely different world? And he's like, what are you talking about? That he's talking about me. I'm that crazy lady, y'all. I'm her. I'm her. All right, let's go.
Oh, a rock and roll show. She goes, oh, you do that as well? And I go, what?
Yeah, see, that's the crossover. There's people who don't know about the music. Now, there's a thing I wanted to ask you about because you have firsthand knowledge. I've been to a lot of shows. I've played a lot of shows. Your shows, the audience reaction, it's a phenomenon in itself. I have never seen anything like that in my life. Usually when a band comes out and plays the first song, the crowd goes apeshit. And then they settle down and they kind of get into the thing. At your shows, they never lose that volume from the first song.
I haven't
where
seen
by
the
the
show,
10th
guys.
song,
I'm gonna watch.
you wonder if they're going to wear themselves out.
See,
It's
I have to get
incredible.
this. I have to get this feeling off the audience. It's kind of like the more they get into it, the more we get into it.
Yeah.
It's just giving them a good time. I mean, when we write a song, first of all, we write it for ourselves. Then if you like it, that's a bonus. And so when you got an arena with 25,000 people who like that song, there ain't a feeling, there ain't no sex, drugs, or anything like that. When you have that buzz off the crowd, I mean, that's what keeps you going, you know. I wouldn't have all this crap on me if people didn't buy my tickets or my albums.
Yeah.
So I don't come from a wealthy background. I was fucking odd job man, you know. And I had a dream and it came true and more, you know. I mean, it's like one big show. And when I can't deliver, I'm pissed, man.
Yeah. Well, that being said, do you ever see yourself slowing down? Or could you ever see, like, the idea of retirement? I can't see you ever doing that.
I always, you know, people have asked me, I've tried retirement. But one thing I've learned about if you retire, you've got to have something to retire to.
Yeah.
If you want to paint, bicycle ride, whatever, you've got to have something. Because my father retired. He said, I've always wanted to dig the garden. He dug the garden and died. You know, I mean,
How interesting, he says, right? You have to have something to retire to. And this is what I talked about before in other videos of the learning portion of Tell Joanne, is that you have these musicians. It's amazing that you have this musician and they put their stuff out. But it's so important to have something else, you know what I mean? To do something else for themselves. And then he talks about his father retired to the garden and died. Like, I feel like the American dream, or I'll say American dream, but the dream of the working class, right, is to be able to work and then to be able to retire and to enjoy your money. And you hear so many times that once they retire, they pass, they die, right? And part of it, I felt like, especially people who work so hard, it's like we take work and we think about work as in like it's such a bad thing, but it's not, because depending on what type of work you do, your body gets so used to it that when you stop working after the 60 years or the 50 years of doing that, your body don't even know what to do with it anymore. Your mind doesn't even know. So many people that have been doing certain type of work, their mind stayed sharp, but once you stop your mind, you lose all that muscle, right? So it's quite interesting to hear that. And I feel like from what I'm getting from him without the interview being even done, it's like when you stop that labor for someone else, you got to start a new labor, a labor of love for yourself, right? You have to keep your mind sharp. You have to get into like your second career, right? Which is really for yourself, how to elevate yourself, enlighten yourself, and do something that you truly enjoy, right? And that's the thing that's going to keep us going. Not we retire, we stop working, we stay home and watch TV all day, right? Because we're going to lose ourselves throughout this whole thing. So that's pretty cool to hear him talk about it. Like, you know what I mean? If that, I don't know if that made sense to you guys, but I guess my whole thing is that stop working for the corporate job, the man, the company, whatever it is. That's retirement. And then you start to work for things that you love. That is the second job. Start doing things that you absolutely enjoy, and that gives you life. All right, let's go.
I think it's what keeps us going, you know. I should be dead 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I don't, and I just get up and carry on, you know.
At this point, looking back after what you've been through, which has been a lot, Do you consider yourself a survivor?
I think I'm living on borrowed time
Interesting.
because I mean, I'm either the luckiest man that walks the earth, or I've always said that when I go, it's going to be something stupid. Like I'm going to trip up and break my neck on a match on the floor or something.
I remember, in the 80s, you'd see these reports about you.
Oh,
Yeah, and you're
I'm
like,
saying,
damn, I hope he survives himself.
I mean, I was on a. I mean, the one tour that I thought I'll never forget was the Motley Crue tour. I mean, every night something was going on. I mean, somebody was. I remember going to New Orleans and it was mayhem, fights and everything, man. And I wake up and I wake up. Where am I? I don't know where I am. So I'm feeling around in the dark, and there's a car. I've got to take that leak. I'll flop him out, and I'll pee up this car. And the window, the window winds down, and this policewoman goes, "When you finish shaking that thing, your ass is going to jail."
Does he pee on the
So I
police
spent the night in jail with two African American guys eating peanut butter sandwiches and crap coffee.
Oh, man. There's one of my favorite Ozzy stories. No, I'm not trying to, but there's the one you fell asleep in the wrong hotel room.
Oh yeah.
That's so great. I mean, that's like.
But when you're touring in them Regency hideout.
Oh, I know. I get lost in the hallway. I have to.
I never would get I'd have a pocket full of keys.
Yeah.
So I'll get to the hotel, and it was like 15:05, and I remember the last hotel was 5:05. I got up the elevator, went round, got 15:05, and the maid was just cleaning up. So I go in, lie on the bed, I'm KO'd. And I wake up, everything seems weird, and I'm going, what's wrong? So I pick up the phone, I go, "Excuse me, operator, but what time is it?" She goes, 6:30. I go, "Oh, okay, sounds weird." So I phone her back, and I go, 6:30 at night or in the morning? She said, "In the morning," and I'm going, shit, I slept through the gig, and the band never spoke to me for about a month. And we had to go back and do it. I mean, Van Halen were touring with us.
They were opening.
Comment below if, for whatever reason, if I'm blessed enough of you watching this, and you actually was supposed to be one of the audience in there. Comment below if you were an audience, if that happened to you. That is crazy. That is a crazy story. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow, Ozzy. All right.
Spoke to me for about a month. And we had to go back and do it. I mean, Van Halen were touring with us.
They were opening.
They smashed the fucking gig up.
Oh, man. Well,
I mean, there's a million of them.
No, I know. It's legendary. Yeah, there has to be times when you just sit still for a moment and just
do you know the honest truth? I have a problem remembering a lot. I mean, somebody comes up to me.
Maybe that's a good thing.
All in all, I've done some stupid, bad things, and I've done some pretty okay things. But I've had a great time along the way. I mean, considering where I come from.
Yeah.
But the thing that I'm more than anything proud of, Black Sabbath wasn't a band that you got a guy from Newcastle, a guy from London, and a guy from Birmingham. It was constructed. We were 4 local guys that I went to the same school as Tony, and we conquered the fucking world.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, right on. Thanks for coming to visit me on my show.
You got to have me. I'd love being interviewed by you.
Right on. All right, brother. See you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Coming up.
Oh, guys, that was so cute. That was a nice insight. He's a hugger like me. All right. So, Henry Rollins, I like him. I think I'm definitely going to listen to more of his interviews. I'm going to definitely see if he interviewed more people that we want to learn more about, because I like it. But Ozzy, like once I tuned in to his voice, I think his voice became clear to me, and I understood everything that he was saying. Just like once you guys tune into my voice would become clear to you, because I'd be making up words and stuff as well. But anyway, Ozzy, okay, I like him. I like his personality. Oh my goodness. So I Man, like I said, I was that crazy lady that he was talking about. That's like, oh my God, you're a musician too, because I'm just starting to listen to him. So I like that, to know more about his band, and that they were local and from the same place, so they knew each other for a long time. That's why they could vibe so amazing together. Guys, this was an amazing session for me as part of the L portion of Tell Joanne. I hope you guys enjoy. Definitely comment below. Let me know what you guys want me to deep dive and learn more about the person behind their artistry. Okay? I'm going to see you guys in the next reaction.